Alright, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike, and my channel is Wraithus. I am going to be showing you some more Valheim images. I did record this with the NVIDIA software with GeForce Experience, so I do have the green screen in the background. I am playing with OBS now, so bear with me for a little bit. I will get those videos adjusted and moving forward, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Alright, thanks. So, what we want to do is build again close to the circle. But if we could, it would be nice to find some water. Because later on in the game, you're going to want to fish, and you're going to want to have a nice area to gather lots of resources. Oh, I thought I could get him. You can sneak by pushing control, and then you'll drop down, and then you can kind of sneak up on characters or animals. Because you need to hunt. You need meat to build your health up. The fruits and vegetables will give you small amounts, but meat is where it's at. So you got to be a carnivore, really, if you want to survive. Food is just key in this game. So we're going to chop down some stuff, get some things going. Stay with me. I'll probably just expedite this and speed it up, and then you guys can see what I've been doing. All right, so stick around. So it's important to note with stamina, running is by pushing shift and then holding it down. That will drain your stamina. Blocking, the right mouse button on the bottom right there, will block. That drains stamina when you're hit. If you're blocking and you hit spacebar, you'll actually do the dodge. So you can do that in different directions. That's helpful. Jumping also uses stamina. And when you're blocking and you don't have enough stamina to withstand the hit, then you're in trouble because you will die. So I really do not see any water close to where I am, which is unfortunate. So I think what I'm going to do is just build really close to it, and we'll look at portaling and doing other stuff later. From time to time you'll see stuff like this. It's handy to check it out because sometimes there's chests, but I've never seen one designed just like that. That's the first time I've seen that. Normally it's little houses. And inside the houses, what you want to get is bees, because they will make honey for you, which is food and helps with potions and things like that later on. So you want to gather, again, resources. And these trees are birch trees, so you can't chop them down, it's too hard. You need a copper or a bronze axe for that, as well as the oak trees, which are just really big trees. Not these little thin suckers, these beech trees that you cut down really easily. And a tip to chop down a lot of trees is to cut them down on top of here and let them fall down on top of other ones, and then you can just chop them multiple at once. I'll do that in a moment. I just want to get a nice area or land to build a base. And it's just not looking like, I just can't find where I want to build it. There's water down there. So it's a bit of a run, not too bad. You know what, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to build close to the water. Well, that's my plan. I think it's a pretty good solid plan. You can build rafts early on, or you can build longboats later on, and you can build some small little ones in between. Really, so this game has more than three, several different biomes. This one right now is we're in the meadow, and you can see that in the top corner over here. It's the easiest one to survive. The next one's the Black Forest. And you really want to upgrade your armor, everything for it. So we've got a nice little rock here. I mean, swimming out there would be kind of cool to build my base on, but swimming, you run the risk of dying. It's really based on your stamina, and so I don't really have a lot, so there's a big oak tree over there. I think what I'll do is build right around here. So what I'm going to do is find a little bit of a smaller area or flat land to build on, and you can level it with a hoe. Oh, look at this. But this is pretty unstable. It's just not that convenient. So we're gonna move a little bit more, and we'll build probably like right down there. There we go. Again, gather, gather, gather. You can train those boars. It does take some time, but you need a lot of food. And so they, of course, will eat like mushrooms, berries, all of that stuff. So you need a good portion of it to do it, like probably 20 or 30 of them to get through it. And then you'll have little boars that you can run up and pet, and they're kind of cute. And then they can provide you with a nice steady supply of meat, because you basically have to slaughter them as time goes on. Personally, though, I trained a few, and I didn't find it was worth it. It took a lot of time for a little reward. I did train wolves, though, and that was really handy, especially on the first biome, which is like right here, and it's the mountain region is going to be on one of the edges. I died a lot, and it took a lot of time to do it, but in the end, it really was helpful. They just kept procreating like crazy. So I ended up getting from 2, I just left them there, kept feeding them meat, and probably in the span of like maybe a week in this game, they were up to about 20 different wolves, because they just grow exponentially. So, and then once you get like, you can take 5 or even 8 out in a pack with you, you're pretty safe at gathering, which is really key for getting your copper and tin, because they'll protect you from, you know, the lovely trolls that are out here. The only trouble there is if a troll gets 2 solid hits on them, he'll wipe out like 4 or 5 of them in 2 shots. So I took 4 out with me, and I lost all 4 of them really quickly. Then I started taking 8, and I ended up losing all 8 as well once I went into a crypt. So it's handy because you need their fur and their supplies. They'll also provide you meat when they die. But as far as protection, they protect your base from everything if you're in the meadow, which is handy. And they'll protect you while you're harvesting, except for trolls. If a troll comes by, you've really got to stop what you're doing. Kill the troll to try to protect your wolves, and then you're good to go. And the wolves will breed while you are traveling with them. So let's say your copper you got a mine is a good distance away. They'll just keep breeding, and then little wolf pups will be left around, and then eventually they'll just grow up. And you can stop feeding them if you want, until they're injured, really, is when you want to feed them again. And then what that will do is help them heal up. But other than that, you can go without feeding them for indefinitely. And they'll often take out, deer or necks. They're little lizards that I'll show you later. Or also boars. And then they'll just eat some of the food there too. So then they'll be happy, and then they'll keep procreating. So it's really handy. Now, I've damaged my first axe, as you've seen. So I just created a new one because there was no point in building anything at this point. I want to build the entire hut that I'm going to live in. You need to have a covered workbench in order to repair things or craft. So you really need a place. And I'm just going to build this one right on the water. Alright, that's the end of part 2. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and stick around for some more episodes.